Welcome back to this edition of Wild One Outdoors. Today, we're going to be cleaning us some squirrel. I shot this squirrel out of the mulberry tree. Well, I ain't doing this video outside. It's currently raining. Got him when it was a little bit misting. I didn't get it on film, so you're going to have to excuse me for that. But we're going to go ahead and cut him up, clean him, cut him up. You know, you're going to come back here to the tail. Cut that tailbone in half. And then you'll have this little pocket right here. You'll take your knife and you can go up the leg. But I'll be sure to try and film the next hunt. So far these squirrels have been eluding me. But yeah, it's raining outside right now. Got this one retrieved from the mulberry tree, and you know, came in getting the stuff ready for filming, and it just started downpour. It's still kind of raining out there right now, so I'm inside doing a squirrel catch, clean, cook. Broke his foot off the bone. Bring that down. Separate the meat from the fur. Don't take your finger. Well, that didn't work right there. Now in Arkansas we have two types of squirrel, gray squirrel and fox squirrel. The gray squirrel being the smaller of the species and a little bit easier to clean. But the fox squirrel overall, they taste a little bit better in my opinion. Now that we've got that down to right there, got some good nice tender squirrel meat. You know, we're going to keep on going on, do the same thing on the next leg. I used a 12 gauge game load on him, so you're going to find some pellets in there. About like that, you want to remove them. Here's another one. Yeah, 12 gauge did its job, so just fine. But Ark Wildman Survival, he is going and he's up in the mountains trying to find him a root to pickle. I do believe it's a root or a blossom. But he's trying to find him one of those, and he's going to pickle it. Don't know if he's going to film it, but if he does, you know, I gave y'all a little heads up to some of the stuff he might be getting into. But the fox squirrel, much bigger. This is a young squirrel, not a baby, not even close to a young baby squirrel. This one is a young adult, you know, the typical size that you're going to find. Now these things are delicacy, and you can fry them up, you can do many things. You can eat their tongues, eat their brains. I've done all of those. My favorite part just is the legs. I'll lay him down right here. And he's kind of out of camera where you can't see him, but I'm just doing the same thing to the other leg, except I broke the leg when I shot him. Because keep in mind, it's a shotgun. It's going to go everywhere, especially on number 8 game load, small game load. And I have it in a loop. There we go. cut. Now I don't just cut the tails off and do it the other way. Is that way I have a handlebar. Grab the back legs, pull, and there goes a few more shot, and then, man, there goes the guts. Yeah. And you're gonna keep pulling. Yeah, that's gonna happen. And then you're gonna remove your guts. Every single last one. This squirrel has been on a mulberry diet, primarily. It's the same every day in the daggone mulberry tree, so that's how I'd know. But I'll be right back. I'm gonna wash my hand, get some of this blood off. That way I can grip him better. Alright, my hand's cleaned up. So I can kind of grip him a little bit better. I got him dried off. So we're going to kind of skin him out right here by the shoulders. Now I will admit there are many ways to skin a squirrel. There's one method you can cut across the back, just pull across. But I do this method. And then you'll have this little place right here where you can take, pull it until you get to the elbow. And then what you're going to do, come on down. Get you a nice little thumb hole in there. Pop goes the weasel. And then I'm going to see, there's a joint right here, the wrist joint. Pop that off. And we're going to come back over here on this shoulder. The exact same thing. Pop goes the weasel again, and just pull. Cut. Pull down a little more. Away from the shoulders. Cut down from the head. Neck. Cut until you hit that bone, and then unscrew his head. And then what we're gonna do, since he's already gutted, I'm just gonna cut off our little arm, our arms and legs. And since this is a younger gray squirrel, I usually eat the backs, but they ain't that much. There's hardly anything there. And that'll go to the pups that I got outside, my legal pups. And they'll just have them a nice little hearty meal. There's the other shoulder. I think our wild man survival's back. The wild man is back. And we're going to cut up here. We have our first leg off. I'm going to cut it here. You can twist. Ow. But I'll stuck it. There we go. That's our cleaning process. We're going to move it to the kitchen. Okay, we're back after skinning and got the squirrel legs washed off. I'm going to add some Louisiana Supreme Smoky Chipotle Chicken Wing Sauce Marinade Based Barbecue. That's some of the best you can get. And they make them in different flavors. Personally, I like almost every flavor. Put that on our squirrel. Put that on the counter by the coffee pot. Gonna take our flour. And we're gonna toss our squirrel in.
Honey, that's smoking. You're not gonna watch it.
Down a little bit. That don't, this bag don't zip up. What I got in here is some flour and a little bit of Cajun seasoning. Slap your mama and a little bit of Old Bay. And I'm gonna just double dip these squirrel legs. And just get them around in there. Put them back in. That'll add more of a layer to them. Now we'll let them cook. All we need is flour. And all we need of the Louisiana Supreme. Now we just wait. Maybe a little squirt that way. And I should put that right on in the first place. Flip our squirrel. Are you getting nice and crispy? But yeah, I've been hunting squirrel at that mulberry tree ever since I could shoot a 410. And was able to walk out there and shoot them out of the tree. And I'd have my dog out there with me, and we'd go get us some squirrel. He'd go retrieve them, and we'd eat us some squirrel. I'd feed him the guts and the head, and he'd, well, it was the only thing he wanted, and a few pieces of the Crispies and some meat off the legs when it was cooked. But our wild man is gonna try and do some canning. What are you canning?
I'm gonna pickle some
Pickle.
wild daylilies.
Wild daylilies. Bring me a little wild daylily that way I can show.
Done open flowers.
Done open fire.
Show.
Yeah, after I get this video done, he gets the kitchen. Wild daylilies. Can look like okra. Be an interesting little thing to taste. Well, he's got a whole video going up on his channel about them, so go check him out on his wild edibles and all his knowledge of wild edibles and foraging. I did a foraging video with him just yesterday, or a few days ago, where we went out, found us some dewberries, ate us some dewberries. That video is up there on his channel where he talks about different plants and trees, everything in between. Squirrel's doing real nice. Smells good too. Sometimes if you double dip them like I did, sometimes that crust will fall off. Man, that leaves them Crispies in the pan. You can just scoop them up. And Crispies good. Cooking up good now. A little crispy. Alright, well, that squirrel's done, so we're going to turn it off. Get out of there. Grab a fork. over. That's how you make some good crispy squirrel. Thanks for watching this edition of Wild Win Outdoors.